Namaskar. At the outset, I wish to congratulate each one of you on the Engineers Day and also for taking a good initiative and making a beginning of the Nexus from today. I am quite sure that Nexus would be very successful and would demonstrate in due course of time that what can be achieved if one has determination and commitment. We can achieve anything which we want to. My heartiest congratulations to everyone. Honorable Campus Director, Honorable Deans, distinguished head of the departments, faculty members and dear students. So when I came to know about your initiative, I was very happy because I was thinking that the students should take such initiative and transform the culture of DSEU also. Then when Professor Chitre asked me that it would be nice if I can speak on quantum technologies on this occasion of inauguration. I thought about it. I have said yes to him right from the beginning, but then I realized that it would not be possible for me because I am not aware of the kind of information and knowledge which you already have. So it would not be proper if I limit myself to one lecture. So this is a series of lectures, and that's why we titled Define Quantum Technologies Prelude. As you may be knowing that I have been learning and working in the field of science, technology and engineering and mathematics for quite long of time. And I have my own experience of delivering varieties of courses, and especially those courses which form the necessary prerequisite or background for learning quantum technologies. I am right now working as a Vice Chancellor, but basically I am more comfortable as a teacher. So remember that in this particular lecture and presentation, I have made this assumption that you don't know anything. So right from the beginning, so assuming you may be knowing many things, and as you all know that knowing something is now very easy. And why it is easy? Because on a click, any AI tools can provide you all the information, and even about any advanced topic of research also you can collect information. Sometimes it takes time, and AI tools, if you give proper prompt, then can also give updated information also. So few days back, when NASA announced that we now have biosignature convincing of the existence of life at Mars. So the AI tools were not aware about it. But if you give them an update that keeping in mind or looking into update yourself with the NASA press release recently, then the AI tools can correct itself and can provide you the right information. But it's not the information which matters, as you would realize. It's the understanding which matters. And understanding can only make you capable of applying any knowledge or information which you have and solve the problem. Ultimately, as I generally say, that we are students of problems, not of a particular discipline. You may have a discipline of artificial intelligence or computer science engineering or data analytics in which you are pursuing a degree. But all these classifications of disciplines have been made by us. And the problems do not bother about disciplines and the boundaries. To solve a problem, you need to have the requisite understanding of all the relevant information. So my talk is oriented on that basis. I wish to apprise you that what one should consider before making a beginning in the field of quantum technologies. And since beside science, technology, engineering and mathematics my prime concern, I am also concerned with the philosophy, so sometimes it would look like a philosophical talk rather than. One is the content rich talk, where content is there and one has to understand content and terminology and concepts introduced. And one is that how one should look at philosophically the emerging scenario in quantum technologies. No doubt, very easily it can be said that this 21st century will be the century of quantum. Quantum. Every discipline, the quantum will play some role. And now it is being said that in future, biology would also become quantum biology. Now, what is the meaning of this statement? Very easy to make a statement. Something which is not going to become quantum in 21st century, maybe the politics. Nobody has ever talked about quantum politics. And politics is still classical. Society is still classical. But in due course of time, maybe the new ideas would emerge and things would change. So I will be making a presentation before you and communicating certain things. Then this PowerPoint would also be shared with you so that you can go through it, and maybe in the next lecture, whenever I will get the opportunity, you can ask questions and we can discuss. In between also, if some question is pressing, you can communicate to me through email or messaging so that I can explain it to you. My entire objective is to motivate you and communicate to you in a manner so that you decide that there are many challenges, but at the same time there are many opportunities in the emerging world scenario, and we have to take the responsibility. A good student is not the one who gets the good marks. A good student is the one who takes the opportunity and proves his her own worth before the society. We are here, the prime goal of any society is to make the life more better, and as well as to protect that interest of the society, make it better and as well as sustainable, so that the intelligence of our biological species called Homo sapien is capable of changing or transforming and maintaining and ensuring sustainability in the some sense that we can survive on this planet for long, and maybe in future if we require, then we can make a transformation or terraforming of other planets. So we are at the stage of beginning of learning various things as far as possibilities are concerned. So my talk is based on views and opinions of many experts which I have gone through in the course of time in the last 4 or 5 decades. So nothing original in it, and most of the things which I would be talking about my research contribution, remember about it. And in this talk I may just cover something which I think is important to make a beginning in understanding of emerging technologies and intelligence and quantum technologies in particular also in this new era. And questions are welcome. If you have some pressing questions, you can interact me in between also. And at the outset also, be patient because it would be going to be a long lecture. Because most of the time when I was teaching in University of Rajasthan, I am known for that. That my classes, the minimum time is 2 hours, and on an average time maybe 3 hours. So I am not saying today I would be able to make it 3 hours, but definitely we will discuss and we will know. So if you study science of cosmology, then you realize that the base theory of cosmology, which is called Big Bang theory, which may not be true because in science nothing is true, everything is tentative. Something which is true today, maybe it will be proven that it is not true in tomorrow's world. So things have been changing very fast, and one of the most common law of the universe is the law of change. So since Big Bang, everything has been evolving. So that's the one point which we should realize, that the change is a constant thing which you observe in the dynamics of the universe as a whole, as well as any small area or zone or subject or discipline you consider, the change is common. At the same time, though we consider ourselves intelligent species, I am just giving you this as an example that the ignorance is always much better than the knowledge in this society. So, as of today, we have great scientists working in the field of physics and cosmology. Still, we don't know anything about 95% of the universe. Only about 5% of the universe we have little understanding, and that is called baryonic matter. 95% consists of dark matter and dark energy. So ignorance should not be an excuse, because despite the fact that we have a very limited knowledge, we have done so many things and things have been changing. So this is just a brief history of the change which has taken place after the Big Bang, and we are comparatively a very recent phenomenon in the history of the universe, because it is roughly say 14 or 15 billion years ago the Big Bang happened. So we are a very recent phenomenon. We are not something which have been there and witnessing. So if you just go to that NASA report also, then you find that the life, microbial life at least, was in existence, maybe was in existence at Mars 3 to 4 billion years ago. When we were not in existence, maybe some life may have also originated in the same period of time at the Earth, and so on. But things have been changing. Now, since the talk is about technology, so among science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, the oldest stream of knowledge is the technology. When even science was not conceived as we consider today the science, the technology was in existence. So we know that even in the Stone Age, as written here, the technology was primarily based on the sources of energy which we call human muscle, our power, and the tools and fire. So maybe in the Stone Age we made a beginning. Then in the Bronze Age also we had some kind of technology. It has been changing, but none of this technology had anything to do with mathematics primarily in the first three phases of the technologies which I have described. I am not speaking on each and every point which is mentioned here, but you can go through it and apprise yourself what kind of technologies were available in before Common Era, so before Christ, or so pre-Socrates period also, and then come up, and primarily in India, China, and Greek, the mathematics came into existence. First thing which you should realize, that the mathematics, how many mathematics are there? So that question is a very difficult question. What is mathematics? So in my first